Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning to you, Donna. Let's see here. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Lauren and Susan and Dan. It is wonderful to see you guys here today. The question of the day was, what qualities do you admire? And boy, has that generated some conversation already. So let's see. Susan says, authentic and transparent people with integrity. So authenticity, transparency, integrity. Those are some awesome, awesome words, some wonderful qualities. Let's see here. Dan says integrity, doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Yeah, integrity is just so, so important. Let's see here. Lauren says that she admires people, compassionate and happy people. Wonderful. Yeah, compassion, and a wonderful outlook on life. Those are great qualities to have. And Jan says that let's see here. Jan says that she admires kindness, open mindedness, ability to process new information, ability to reprocess old information, the ability to choose to love others unconditionally, the ability to gain or maintain their own personal balance in their own personal bubble, and to see the sparkle amongst the shit of daily life. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, the desire to make healthy connections versus making toxic attachments. Yeah, that's all good stuff there, Jan. Amanda says brutal honesty delivered in a sympathetic fashion, perhaps so like integrity. And good morning to you, Shauna. It is wonderful to see you here today. I was thinking about the qualities that I admire, and one of the qualities that I admire is excellence. I think that if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well, whatever it may be. I always admire people who do things very, very well. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for your contributions so far. We are here today saying nice things about ourselves, as we always do. Good morning, Frank. Nice to see you here. And yeah, so essentially, we are playing with a slightly different version of cards today. I know that we usually play with our I am cards, but in this case, I've actually modified these a bit to be the you are series, because so many people are not yet ready to say the words I am. And so I'm just playing around with some URs today. So I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck. We're going to have a daily reminder. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. We're going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. And we are going to just write that in the comments today. So let's have some fun and affirm some good stuff for ourselves by showing that, by just saying that this is your daily reminder that you are beautiful. You are beautiful. Your spirit emanates grace and peace. So you are beautiful. Your spirit emanates grace and peace. Are you beautiful? You are beautiful. Your spirit emanates grace and peace. And so does mine. My spirit emanates grace and peace as well, which are two qualities that I very much enjoy. I like beauty is definitely a value that I appreciate. But beauty is not something that we can experience from the outside. Beauty isn't something that we look at something and say, oh, that's beautiful. Beauty is an internal characteristic that it inspires inside of ourselves. So I am beautiful, and my spirit emanates grace and peace. So I am going to write that down in the comments. I am beautiful. My spirit emanates grace and peace. And so are you. You are also a beautiful person. If you were not beautiful, then we wouldn't have all that much of a relationship. And it's because I like to hang out with people who emanate grace and peace in my world. People with whom I feel energized when I hang out, and that's very much something that the folks around me embody. The folks around me build into my life. The folks around me give me, basically help me to have all kinds of amazing new perspectives. The people who are around me, they help me to live in a better way. And that is what makes you beautiful. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful person. Beauty is not what we look like. Beauty is how we make others feel. And so when we make others feel well, when we build into other people, when we help to show them who they really are, our spirit emanates grace and peace. There's a story about Narcissus. And of course, everybody knows the story of Narcissus, the youth who would go into the who would run through the forest, and who would who would go to a still pool, a still lake, and admire his own beauty, to admire himself. And one day he fell into that pool and drowned. And in the place where he drowned, a flower popped up, and the flower was called the Narcissus. Now, the story of Narcissus is often referred to, by people who think that it's about being self-centered, but they don't tell the whole story. The rest of the story of Narcissus is that after Narcissus fell into the pool and drowned and died, the forest nymphs came and they talked to the water where Narcissus would often come and sit and gaze upon his own reflection and contemplate himself. And the forest nymphs came to the pool, and they said to the pool, they said how grateful you are. Why is it that you're sad that Narcissus has passed away? And we tried to catch Narcissus. We tried to see him, but he was always too fleet of foot for us. But you got to experience his presence. So why are you so sad? And the pool responded to the forest nymphs and said, the reason that I'm so sad is that when Narcissus was sitting in my shade and observing himself through the reflection of my clear water, I didn't see the beauty of Narcissus. The Narcissus reflected the beauty of myself, and so that's why I'm sad. That's why I weep. And so the story of Narcissus is not about being self-centered. The story about Narcissus is about understanding that as we contemplate our own beauty, as we recognize the beauty that's inside of ourselves, we are actually just reflecting the beauty of other people. Our beauty is not what we look like. Our beauty is how we make other people feel. And just like in the story of Narcissus, where Narcissus would gaze upon his own reflection in the pool, and the pool itself didn't care so much about what Narcissus looked like, but rather the way that the beauty that Narcissus reflected back into the pool. So too do we also reflect beauty into the world, not because of the way that we look, but because of the way that we are. And so our spirits, the way that our spirits the way that our spirits make other people's spirits feel, now that is true beauty. I love to be surrounded by beautiful people. And I say, hello, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful people. It is just like Jan says there, beauty is a way of being, not a way of looking. Each and every person in my life has some beauty in them. And when we go digging, even the crustiest people in our lives have some beauty in them. There's some spark of the divine that is inside of everybody. And as we go through our lives and fully understand who we are, and contemplate the way that we make other people feel through our interactions with them, we are beautiful. And our spirit emanates grace and peace. Well, what is grace but unmerited favor? Unmerited favor, when people treat us as we ought not to be treated, and we respond by treating them the way that we desire to be treated. And what is peace except a buoyancy of the soul that allows us to really understand and what is most important, to cut through all the bullshit in life and to get rid of all of the discord that exists inside of ourselves. And how can we do that? Except through viewing the reflection of ourselves in other people and recognizing who we really are. And so you are beautiful today, and I am beautiful too. And our spirits emanate grace and peace. And other people are attracted to this grace and peace that our spirits emanate, because we are not showing them what we look like by being beautiful. We are showing them who they are. And we are doing it gracefully. And we are doing it in such a way that it does not sow division in our relationships. So you are beautiful. Your spirit emanates grace and peace. Beauty doesn't always look the way we think it's going to look, and beauty is certainly not something that we can see on the outside of ourselves. But when we do look good on the outside, when we are a good looking person on the outside, any beauty that's on the inside magnifies that tremendously. When somebody has a good look on the outside, but and has beauty on the inside, that person is truly radiant. And when they look good on the outside, but they are not beautiful on the inside, when their spirit causes discord, when they're in my presence or when they're in your presence, we don't refer to that person as beautiful. That person may very well be good looking, but goodness, they become very hard to deal with very quickly because of the way they make us feel. And so, as we go through life today, let's make other people feel good about themselves. Let's give them the grace that we also desire when we don't live up to our own full potentials. And let's give them the peace that we would like to receive as we interact with them. Because as we do that, we are embodying that beauty. We are being more beautiful every single day in every single way. I chose the imagery on this card, and this beautiful old tree, gnarled and shaped by time and weather and circumstance. And when we look at this tree, it doesn't look like it's particularly aesthetically pleasing, and yet everything is where it belongs. The tree has grown into the shape of the life that has shaped it, and and in doing so, provides shade for the people who are under it, and homes for the birds and the animals that live in its branches. It feels good. I don't know if you guys have climbed a tree recently or been under a tree recently or hung out just in trees, but there is a certain peace that happens when we are surrounded by old growth forest. There's a certain peace that comes into my life anyways when I am just hanging out, in something that is natural and old, like the tree that is on the front of this card. And the reason I think that it makes me feel that way is simply because nature is as it ought to be. There's no striving there. It simply has grown in the direction that was most logical for it to grow and is currently growing and thriving. Even if it isn't necessarily a beautiful tree the way that we would think a tree ought to be aesthetically pleasing. Who, if they had drawn a tree, would draw this? Most people would draw something that was symmetrical or something that was, that was more archetypical of how a tree looks. And yet, this tree, in all of its gnarled beauty and all of its misshapen forms, this tree also is a beautiful thing because of the way that it makes me feel when I look at it, the way that it makes me feel when I sit under its shade, the way that it feels way it makes me feel when I climb up it a little bit and curl up in the notches of the branches, in the crooks of the tree. So in the same way, we are also beautiful, and the shade that we provide to other people, and the way the support that we provide to them, and the love that we give to them, that they really don't care how we look when we're making them feel good. They care how we make them feel. People will always remember how we make them feel. And so let's be beautiful today. Let's make the people around us feel amazing. Let's emanate grace and peace to the folks around us. And let's do so with joy and contentment in our hearts, knowing that this is our life's work, that the way that we make other people feel is an eternal gift that we give them, an eternal gift that we give to humanity. Because everything that we are will one day be forgotten, except that the way that we made other people feel and the lives that they are living as a result of the way that we made them feel. So you are beautiful today. I am beautiful too. And our spirits emanate grace and peace. And I love to be surrounded by people like that. I am proud to be a member of a group of people who do this intentionally. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So this card. Let this card serve as our reminder that we have this incredible power to show beauty, to be beautiful, and to really embody that in the lives of the people who surround us today, the people that we are privileged to run into, the people who we are going to meet in passing today, that we have this wonderful ability to positively impact their lives. And so let's do that. So yeah, I will just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another UR card. We're going to continue to affirm nice things about ourselves. And I'm very curious, guys, about how the UR cards are hitting versus the I am cards. I am are such powerful, powerful words, but they're not powerful words that everybody is ready for. More people will respond to the words you are than the words I am. But the words you are, when we can recognize things in other people, when I say you are something or other, then then uh, then I have to recognize that inside of you. And when somebody tells me who I am, I have had a lot of people tell me who I am and say you are this, you are that. And when they've said something that's resonated with me, I've been able to see it and been able to embody that stuff myself. But I did not wake up in the morning. I did not start up in life believing that I am any of these things. It took somebody else to tell me that you are before I was even willing to open myself up to the possibility. So I'd love to hear how these cards are hitting for you guys. Please let me know how you are hits versus I am. I just want to know that so I can continue to understand. And hey, good morning, Kelly. Kelly has hit upon another very powerful word, the word we. I love the word we. The word we is such an inclusive word. We are beautiful. I am, you are, we are, and we is such a wonderful word. When I talk about when I say I am, I'm talking about me, and talking about me is not necessarily something that might not you might not connect with that. When I talk about you, when I say you are this, you are that, well, if you are inclined to believe me, that's wonderful. If you're inclined not to believe me, you're going to say, well, why on earth is this person telling me who I am? But when we use the word we, that word we is inclusive. It means me and you. It means that I recognize that I am beautiful and I recognize that you are beautiful. And so we are beautiful people. So yeah. So I want to say again, thank you guys so much for being here. It is just wonderful, wonderful to have you here. And yeah, so thanks so much for being here. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another one of these cards. We're going to continue to play around with this. Um, yeah, we're going to continue to play around with these cards, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, just a reminder: I love you, I appreciate you, I think that you are amazing and incredible and beautiful, and I'm looking forward to continuing to see the beautiful people as we just continue to do life together. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.